Welcome back, my holistic soul sisters. It's me, Mandy Rose, your relational astrologer, and today we're going to talk about the new moon in Virgo, which is one of my favorite new moons of the year because I am a Virgo sun. We're going to talk all about how this new moon is a huge new chapter, new beginning. It's in a conversation with the nodes of destiny, the North Node and the South Node of Karma, how it's in conversation with Mars, who just entered Gemini, which is an energy we're going to deal with for 7 months. So there's a lot of life coaches at the time of this new moon teaming up to help bring us energy to catapult us into the new chapter, into the new journey of our life. So I hope you're excited to dive into all of that today. And of course, at the end of this video, I'm going to give you some ideas that you can do around the time of this new moon, some rituals or activities that will help you manifest this new chapter in your life. So the first thing you're going to want to do before we dive into this video is number one, grab your 2022 Retrograde Astrology Journal. If you have your copy, you're going to open it up to the end of August, where this new moon is happening, and you'll see your journal prompts that you can fill out and a ritual idea for you as well. I put in the crystals and the herbs that you can use around the time of the new moon to really maximize this energy. And the second thing you're going to want to do is pull up your birth chart and find out what area of your life does Virgo rule. What house does it rule for you? Because this is going to be the area of life that you're going to have this new moon, new chapter. So if you don't know that, go ahead and reach out to me and I will help you find that. You will know that by your rising sign. So let's go ahead and dive into this new moon in Virgo and start out with the basics. This new moon in Virgo is happening on Saturday, August 27th at 4:17 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So go ahead and adjust that for the time zone that you are in. And it is happening at 4 degrees of Virgo. So let's go ahead and pull up the chart here. You're going to see that the sun is at 4 degrees of Virgo and the moon is also at 4 degrees of Virgo. And this new moon has a 444 energy to it because the sun is at 4 degrees, the moon is at 4 degrees, and you can see from the chart that we also have Mars at 4 degrees, making a perfect square to this new moon. So this is very unique for the astrology of 2022. Every single year we have a new moon in Virgo, an opportunity to start a new chapter in this area of life. But every year where it plays and where the other planets are at the time of the new moon is what changes year to year. So we're going to first start out with understanding what does a new moon in Virgo mean? What is the energy of Virgo that we can harness at the time of this new beginning? And then we're going to dive into more of the details of the specific new moon we can see here at the chart for the year of 2022. So to first understand Virgo energy, Virgo is an earth energy, and earth energies are slow and steady. They want stability and practicality, right? It's living on this physical, tangible earth. And Virgo is all about the earth. She is the self-care queen, the mother energy. I call her the earth angel because Virgo energy is very much an act of service. They want to help. They are the one that you want to lean on in a crisis because they've been planning for that crisis for a really long time. They know where the canned goods are. They have an extra set of matches. They have a rain poncho. Virgo energy is that practical, detailed, prepare for the future so you can be an act of service to others. So at a new moon, we're getting this new opportunity to step into preparation mode and how we can serve others and how we can help others, shine light upon them like an earth angel. The other thing that we need to understand about Virgo energy is the way that it thinks. Virgo is ruled by the planet Mercury. So Mercury is the landlord of Virgo, and therefore Virgo is all about the mind and being analytical, being detailed, being practical, being organized, being structured. So anytime that we have the sun in Virgo, which lasts for 30 days during Virgo season, we all feel this energy of wanting to be more organized, right? Cleaning out your closet or wanting to organize that junk drawer or getting on your laptop and deleting old files. Virgo is very perfectionistic. It wants to do things right. It wants to do things with every single little detailed in mind. So crossing all the T's and dotting all the I's and revisiting things until they are perfect. So we have to be careful with Virgo energy that it doesn't take that perfectionism to a very toxic level. Virgos can be very self-critical. They can be stuck in analysis paralysis and not wanting to take action because they're afraid that they don't have all the details, they don't have all the knowledge, and so they just do a whole lot of nothing. So be careful at the time of this new moon. You may want to move forward in life, but you might be very critical on yourself because you want everything to be perfect. But take that Virgo energy of one step forward. Every step is another opportunity to do things to accomplish the long-term goals. So use that Virgo energy of the details and the analytical and finding all the facts to make that next chapter in your life happen. Virgos love a good to-do list. So at the time of this new moon, it's a good time to sit down and write out all your goals, write out all your plans, get that to-do list out. Get very organized in all areas of your life. That's going to help you start this next new chapter. Now, the other major thing that comes along with this Virgo energy of getting our life back on track, cleaning things up, organizing that junk drawer, is that Virgo also rules our health and our wellness. So our daily routines, our lifestyle, what keeps us overall well, physically, mentally, and spiritually. And so it's a good time to really assess at this new moon, what new routines, what new chapters do you need to open when it comes to your physical health and well-being? So taking inventory, analyzing, am I taking the right supplements? Am I eating the right foods? Am I being active? What does my lifestyle look like? This is a very big new moon for course correction and starting new chapters in relation to your overall health, wellness, your lifestyle, and your routine. So this is the energy of Virgo. Now again, like I mentioned, wherever Virgo falls in your personal birth chart, whatever house it rules, is going to be the area of life that you need to create more to-do lists around, where you need to get more organized, where you need to be more structured, where you need to have better routines. So for instance, if Virgo falls in your 10th house, we know that the 10th house, I'll put the chart up here, we know that the 10th house rules your career. So at this new moon, you're going to use this Virgo energy of strategizing, organizing, planning, writing to-do lists in the area of your career specifically. Doesn't mean you only have to do it in your career sector, but that would be the main area. Now, if Virgo falls in your 7th house of relationships, you're going to want to take inventory on your relationships. You're going to want to organize how you spend time with people, what relationships you prioritize and give your most energy to, right? You're going to want to look at your routines and your overall well-being when you're around certain people, right? So those kind of things, hopefully that helps make sense of how we all have Virgo energy in our chart. Even if we don't have any planets in Virgo, Virgo still rules a specific area of your life. And again, that's what I help people understand in my birth chart readings. So if you need more help with that, go ahead and reach out to me. So that is Virgo energy. So now we have to talk about that new moon, right? New moons are new beginnings, new chapters, new manifestations. It's when in the sky the moon is at its darkest, and from there it can only grow in light. So it's a time for us to set intentions, to take inventory and see where we want to go, where do we want to grow, where do we want to shed more light and expand, right, as the moon goes from the new moon to the full moon where it is brightest in the sky. So that's what we're going to be doing at the time of this new moon. Now, let's go ahead and look more at the details of this new moon in Virgo happening in 2022. So again, we're going to pull up the chart at 4:17 a.m. on Saturday, August 27th. In that moment, when that new moon is exact at 4 degrees of Virgo, in the sky, we can see here from the chart, we are going to have Mars also moving into 4 degrees of Gemini, creating a perfect square. Now, you know from following my astrology content, anytime planets are in a square, it is a tough aspect, it is a tough conversation. We on Earth are at the point, so where you see this chart where those lines create that square, the point, that is us on planet Earth. So we are getting angles from Mars in this direction and the new moon in this direction crossing over us, creating tension. Squares are tensions. It's making a decision which direction to go. And so 4 degrees sun, 4 degrees moon, 4 degrees Mars, 444. 4 is a message from our angels. 4 as an angel number is, hey, your spirit guides are with you. They are helping you make a decision in the best interest for your new chapter, new journey in that Virgo area of life. Now, let's talk about Mars for a second. Mars has entered Gemini. I've talked about this. I'm going to keep talking about it because Mars, as he moves around the wheel, you can see he came from the zodiac sign of Taurus, where he was for about 6 weeks. And when Mars is in Taurus, he likes to take things slow. Mars is action, it's passion, aggression. He's the warrior, make moves, the masculine, do, go, 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 make life happen. But when he enters the energy of Taurus, Taurus is the bull, and it's stubborn, and it's fixed energy, and it doesn't want to take action. It doesn't really want to change. And if it does, it wants to do it in the right lane, not the left lane, not cruising down the highway at 90 miles an hour, but in the right lane of slow and steady wins the race. Plant the seeds, wait and see what happens. Mars hates that. And now he's excited to get into Gemini, because Gemini is an air sign. It's the mind, it's left, it's right, it's the twins. It wants this and that and this and that, right? The twins is like doing things twice. Part one, part two, like doing things on high level, right? Air sign, high intellectual level. So Mars is like, go time. We are going to take action. We are going to speak. We're going to create. We're going to communicate. We're going to gather information. We are going to do all the things using Gemini, the mind. So now, at the time of this new moon, Mars is freshly into Gemini. He's only at 4 degrees out of 30. And he's going to be here not for 6 weeks, because he likes to only stay in a sign for 6 weeks. He was only 6 weeks in Taurus. He is going to stay in Gemini for 7 months. 7 months. So this energy is going to stick around. He's going to rock through Gemini. As he's about to leave Gemini, he's going to retrograde and come back. Now, he's not going to come back to this 4 degrees mark, so this is a once in a moment, but we need to pay attention at the time of this new moon, this Mars and Gemini energy. What are you thinking about? What do you need to change? How does your communication need to change? Your language, your tone, how you present yourself. Are the people you're communicating and speaking with in alignment with what's going to take you to the next chapter, right? There's a lot of volatility here at the time of this new moon with Mars and Gemini. Remember, squares are tough aspects, so you might be feeling mentally hot, mentally angry, mentally volatile at the time of this new moon. So this is a good time to release that Mars energy by working out, by taking physical action. Remember, Virgo is physical health, physical wellness. Mars is the warrior. It likes to exercise. It likes to do things. So this is a great time to make a decision to get back onto your overall exercise routine, moving your body, releasing pent up and stored energy, right? Mars, pent up energy. Virgo, our overall health and well-being. So I think there's a huge message here from Mars to the new moon that this needs to be a new chapter in your energy. Helping your mind process things by physically moving our bodies. Now, the other thing I see when I look at this chart of the new moon is we have to look at the ruler. What is the ruler of this new moon doing? Now, remember, this is a new moon in Virgo. And who's the landlord of Virgo? Mercury. So where is Mercury on this chart? Mercury is currently in the zodiac sign of Libra. And this is really important to note because he's about to go retrograde. So where he is at the time of this new moon at 1 degrees of Libra is going to be the part of the sky that he is actually going to retrograde back over. He is in Libra. He's going to make it to 8 degrees of Libra by September 9th. And then he is going to retrograde for 3 weeks all the way back into the zodiac sign of Virgo, where this new moon is happening. So what does this mean? As he is the ruler of this new moon, if we want to go into a new chapter, a new beginning, a new way of structuring our life, we're going to have to Mercury in Libra, analyze what is right and wrong, balance the scales. Libra is the scales. We're gonna have to balance the scales again. Where are you off track in your routine? Where are you eating too much sugar and not enough vegetables? Where are you communicating too much with this social circle when you need to be communicating more with this social circle, right? Are you not talking to your partner enough, but you're talking too much to your friends on the phone? Are you communicating with your coworkers when really you should be communicating with your boss to get that next promotion? Where are you spending time and energy communicating, learning, speaking, and not in balance with what's in alignment with your next chapter, your goals, your future destiny? So we're going to use this Mercury retrograde coming up to circle back around. Remember, Mercury retrogrades are redoing, reanalyzing, restructuring projects, words, communication, arguments left unsaid, old conversations with friends, maybe exes coming back into the picture and closing up chapters of our lives. So Mercury at this time is really saying, like, be careful and analyze where you need to tip the scales of peace and balance back in your life by using your words. Now, Mercury, our ruler slash landlord of this new moon, is in Libra. But who's the landlord of Libra? And that's Venus. And so let's look in the chart here where Venus is, because she plays a very pivotal role in the message that we're meant to learn at the time of this new moon. Venus is really going through it. I'm going to do a whole video, and I know I keep saying this, but Venus has really gone through it in the astrology in the past year. And Venus rules our relationships. She rules our pleasure, our joy, what lights us up, our material possessions, our money, our abundance. And Venus is struggling because we can see from the chart here, she is in opposition to Saturn. She's in a square with Uranus. She's in a square with the North Node of Destiny and in a square with the South Node of past karma. And remember, I said squares are hard aspects. Squares are decisions. Squares are where we have to move left or right or move forward. And so Venus is struggling at this time. This is creating a lot of need to make decisions, a lot of pressure in relationships. Venus ruling our relationships. So let's first start out with Venus in square with Uranus. We can see here from the chart, Uranus is still next to that North Node of Destiny. And Uranus, at the time of this new moon, has just recently gone retrograde. And so retrogrades are redoing, and Uranus is all about moving us into the future. His motto is choose change before change chooses you. He comes into your life when you have been needing to make a change. And now we're specifically talking about relationships because he's in a square with Venus, who rules our relationships. You've been needing to make a change in your relationships for a while, but you're too afraid to do it. So that means maybe not only breaking up with somebody, but maybe it's changing your energy, changing your dynamic, changing where you live, changing how you communicate, changing the rules. Maybe one partner is going to work and the other person's going to stay home, and now you're going to switch. Some change has been needing to be made in your relationship and you're too scared or resistant. Now Uranus is going to step in and make the change for you because he's retrograde. He's going to circle back and make it happen. We can see Venus is at 19 degrees of Leo, and Uranus is at 18 degrees of Taurus. That's almost a perfect square. And so there is going to be some sudden shakeups and jolting of our relationship to shake us into that new moon, new chapter, where we can have an overall better sense of health and wellness and well-being, right? Because this new moon in Virgo is all about a new chapter in our overall well-being, health and wellness. And we can't have that if our relationships are causing disease, causing our mental frustration. And so Uranus is going to help shake things up. So very volatile for relationships. Keep that in mind. Now that's not only it. Venus is also in a square with the North Node of Destiny, which is at 16 degrees. So this whatever's happening, whenever the nodes of destiny are involved, the North Node, this is kind of written in the stars, right? Like you don't have as much control. Whatever plays out in your relationships is meant to be. So don't fight it. Don't have resistance. Uranus is helping you to liberate and create independence and to create freedom and to align you with your North Node, the North Star, in the direction of your destiny. So this can feel a little jolting. And in the same regards, then Venus is in a square with the South Node, which is our karma, which is our past, which are old traumas, things from long ago that need to be let go of. So where in your relationships, this is where we see exes circling back, maybe getting into a new relationship with someone that has a lot of toxic patterns that your exes had, maybe old conversations that have to circle back, maybe old decisions in relationships where there was no closure. Maybe you need to send someone an apology letter, right, to release the negative energy in your life so you can move forward into the next chapter. So there is going to be some shakeup, some decisions, some action that needs to be made around your past relationships so you can move into your future relationships. And Uranus is going to help shake that up. So a little discomfort around this time, but remember, it all comes back to that new moon, new beginning, and your overall health and well-being so you can be of service, of Virgo energy, so you can have more practicality and structure in your life that is in alignment with your future. And lastly, we can see here from the chart, not only is Venus dealing with all those square energies of destiny and karma and change, but she's in direct opposition in the sky to Saturn. Saturn is still in Aquarius at 20 degrees and he's currently retrograde. Saturn is that tough love dad. He is looking across the sky, we can see from the chart, looking straight in opposition at Venus and saying, I am here as your tough love dad to make sure that your relationships are strong, that they have a good foundation. He is all about structure, routine, commitment, boundaries, making sure that we're doing things to grow up, to mature, and build these strong, healthy foundations. And so if in your relationship you have cracks in the cement, or you need to level the foundation and start fresh, Saturn is at the time of this new moon across the sky supporting Venus in that, helping us have better boundaries. Saturn loves some good boundaries, and he's retrograde. So he's like, we got to go back. Maybe the boundaries we set aren't working anymore. Maybe we never set boundaries and we got to go back to the beginning of our relationship and make things very clear. Maybe there's cracks in our relationship, things that we don't say. Remember, Mars is in Gemini, things that we don't say, but now we're saying, we're speaking our truth. I want to do this. I want to move away. I'm not happy. This is the way that you talk to me. I don't like it. Tough, tough, tough conversations at this time. Uranus is going to bring them up. He's going to shake them free, right? He jolts things up for you to have those conversations to fill the cracks into the cement. This is a very important time to talk at this new moon in your relationships, and that's not just romantic. It is your bosses, your coworkers, your friends, family members. Like, who do you need to talk to? Who do you need to create new foundations with? Where do you need to release some anger and resentment? South node. Where do you need to shake and create more freedom and independence, right? Are you giving away your power to people? Are you not creating boundaries? Saturn. All these things are going on, and it's a very relationship-focused energy. You can see this is a crazy T-square all over the map at the time of this new moon. So hopefully that helps you make sense of this energy, of the things going on at the time of this new moon. If you're feeling it relationally, you'll understand why. Make sure you take some time for your overall well-being and understand this is a really exciting new chapter. All these life coaches are teaming up to help move us forward in the areas that we're stuck and we're stagnant. So I'm going to wrap up this video with giving you some rituals and activities you can put on your calendar around the time of this new moon. Remember, new moon energy can be felt for 3 days before to 3 days after, so you have some time, if you're catching this even after the new moon, to incorporate some of these rituals and activities. So let's go ahead and start with number one. Number one, I would definitely put my health and wellness as the top priority at this time. Make those routine doctor appointments that you have not done yet this year, your well woman, your annual physical, routine blood work, maybe your dentist appointment for a cleaning, whatever you've been putting off is a good time at the time of this new moon to commit to new routines and creating more structure around your overall health and well-being. Maybe writing up a meal plan, maybe creating a new workout program, maybe it's a new supplement routine. New moons and Virgos are new chapters in your overall health and well-being, and you don't want to have the Saturn karmic lessons bite you in the butt at the time of this new moon if you don't take action in this new chapter of your life. Saturn is Lord Karma. When he comes out of retrograde, he will give you your reward or punishment, and that's happening in October. So get your health and wellness on track at the time of this new moon. The second thing I would do at the time of this new moon is harness the sun and moon and Virgo energy of creating to-do lists. Writing down all the things that you want to accomplish between now and the end of the year. Write down the areas of your life, like in my job, I want to get this done. In my home, I want to get this done. I want to go on a trip with my partner. What are all the checklist items that you need to do? I would definitely harness that organization and ambition to check things off your to-do list at the time of this new moon. And lastly, for this new moon in Virgo, because it's a new chapter, a new beginning, a new opportunity to manifest, I would definitely take some time to manifest or set intentions around what you want to accomplish. Virgo is an earth energy. It's very grounded. It's very strategic. It's very practical. It loves to know where it's going. And so maybe you have this big vision to move somewhere, but you need to get all the Virgo details. So how much is it going to cost? What does rent look like? What are the job market look like? Get your big goal, your big dream, your next chapter that you want to manifest, that you want to create in your reality, and get all the details written down around this new moon. Manifestations aren't just about putting something on a vision board and it's going to happen. We also have to take action. And the time of this new moon, this Virgo energy at 4/4 and Mars action at 4 degrees as well, use this as a message from your spirit guides to say, hey, I'm going to do the details. I'm going to do the nitty-gritty work to show the universe, to show God, to show source how much I really want this next chapter. So getting very clear in the details at this Virgo new moon is going to benefit you for that next chapter of your life. All right, hopefully all of this made sense. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I would love your feedback. So if you could just leave any comments below. Where does Virgo fall in your chart? How is this new moon making you feel? What in this video applied to your life? Are you going through any of these energies and relationships? Are you feeling called to organize more? What is your next manifestation? So go ahead and share that with me. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel because I will have more videos coming out. The next one will be on Uranus's retrograde and all the details that we need to know about this volatile energy. And I'm also going to be putting out some more videos in September on holistic health and medicine so we can heal holistically and keep growing spiritually as holistic soul sisters. Thank you so much for tuning into my video. If you want more astrology content and specifics, you can head over to TikTok. I am the Relational Astrologer, where I focus mostly on the astro weather and placements in your birth chart to help you have better relationships. So I love doing the short form fun videos on TikTok as well. Join our Holistic Soul Sister Instagram community at holistic.soul.sisters, where I do What's in the Stars Saturdays, I do Wellness Wednesday, I host podcast episodes on taboo topics, all the fun things related to health, healing, and spirituality. All right, I will catch you in the next video. Happy new moon in Virgo, and it's not too late to get your 2022 Retrograde Astrology Journal. I still have copies for sale, and of course they are discounted because we are so far in the year, but you see we still have so many astro weather events to go. All right, I will catch you in the next video. Any information you need, you'll find it in the description box below. And if you're looking for a birth chart reading, I offer them. Go ahead and send an email to the link in the description box. All right, everyone, catch you in the next video. Happy new moon in Virgo.